So we're going to work on the last assignment of this week, which has to do with the chords being perpendicular to a radius and then a line tangent to a circle. So let's take a look at it. If you do not have the Google form opened up yet, please do so. And remember, at the end of the Google form, please click on the Turn In button. For some reason, clicking on just the Submit button here at the end is not enough. You also need to click the Turn In. Just make sure on the actual assignment, you should click on Turn In, okay? Otherwise, I do not know whether or not you've completed the assignment. Cool? All right.
Is it the chords one? Or perpendicular?
This is the 3 of 3 Google Forms that you are working on right now, and it's titled Chords Perpendicular to Radius and Lines Tangent to Circles. For this, I'm also asking that you guys upload some of the work that you guys have done for this. So fill out the form, put your name, right? But also at the end, once we're done with everything, take a photo of the work that you've done and then upload it in here. Cool?
Mr. Chan, I have a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't really understand the videos that we're supposed to be watching for the third video assignment.
So the third video assignment, I think there was, I think I placed, yeah, there was a little bit of confusion. So let me just pull that up really quickly. The video was located over here. So 3 of 3 note-taking assignments right here. All right. So in the instruction, okay, what you were supposed to do is...
That's the third of
that's
3
Google
Forms.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. 3 of 3 notes. Where are you?
You just passed it. It's right under 2 of 3 now.
Okay. So what you're supposed to do, okay, you're supposed to take notes on this particular video that I made. Okay.
Was that one of our classes, or was that just a video you made?
Say that again, Yemet.
Was that one of our classes, or was that just a video that you made?
This is one of the videos that I made, not one of the office hours recordings. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So now that we got that out of the way,
I just have one question.
yeah, what's up?
Is 7.2 enough radius? Is it the radius of a circle? Or
Is 7.2 the radius of a circle?
of the circle for number 1?
Yes.
I don't know, but let's take a look at it together now. So remember, just keep the scratch work handy, because at the end, okay, on the third question of the survey here, I need you to upload the image, okay, of the notes that you've of the scratch work that you've done, okay, as evidence that you did this, okay. So we're gonna go through this right now. So let's take a look at this first question, and one more thing before I do. How do I make this like the screen? Anyone know how to do that?
Do what?
I want to make this. You see what I'm pointing at right here? I want to make this full screen.
And guess just disable grid view.
Pin it, maybe. Try pinning it to the screen.
Disable grid view at
Okay. If I enable grid view, let's see. Enable
Did you
grid
see
view.
what? Did you see what I put in the chat, Ian?
Yeah, screw you.
No one responded, huh? It's just that.
Because nobody wants to respond to that, Michael. That's the one song that nobody likes.
Oh, really?
Respond
Why
to
is
what?
Google Meet so frustrating these days?
Including Rebecca Black's Friday.
Michael, please be quiet.
Oh no!
No, Mr. Chen,
Never,
Yeah,
presenting.
never.
You're already presenting.
I know I'm presenting. I want to make the screen that I'm presenting here like full
On the
screen.
iPad.
Cursed. It is cursed.
It already is full screen.
So,
It already is full screen?
Yeah, just you
yeah.
guys.
Yeah, for us it
Yeah.
is. Because we
Okay.
can pin the video.
Okay. All right. So let me just focus.
Mr. Chan,
The show is
Google Meet is regressing. I'll tell you that. It's regressing.
What's regressing?
Google Meet, it's been regressing for a while.
no.
Yeah.
No.
I would agree with that.
No.
Okay, so let's get through this, okay? So I want to give you guys a little bit of notes, okay, related to this. Let me just go to my tablet. All right. You guys see what I'm presenting?
We just see you're presenting to
Yeah.
everyone's screen.
Okay.
I just see a dog right now. Oh, now it's there.
All right. So I was trying to get to I was explaining this yesterday with you guys, but I'm gonna give you the things that you need for this assignment one more time, and that is you will need to know this fact that if you have a circle and if you have a radius, and if you have a line and it's touching the circle, that line that's touching the circle will always form a right angle with the radius. Okay? And the other thing that you need to know is that if you have a circle, if the radius, or not the radius, if the diameter, or the radius actually, bisect the chord, then chord and the radius, or the diameter, will always form a right angle. This is one of the two factors we have to do, okay? So going back to the city form, okay? You're given this situation where you have a circle with a radius of 7.2, and the part that extends out is 9.8, right? So you have a situation like so. This is 7.2. Whoops.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. So this is 7.2. This is 9.8. And you're asked to find out what this thing is. Okay. So
Wait, I don't think that.
Okay, what's
Oh,
this
it is.
length right here? What is this length right here?
7.2.
Radius.
That has to be 7.2.
I think that's like
So that's 7.2, okay? And wait a minute. This line, okay, it's said in the instruction that here that assume that lines that appear to be tangent are indeed tangent, right? So the line that I'm highlighting right now, okay, that's in pink. Is that tangent? Does it appear to be tangent?
Yeah.
It does appear to be tangent, okay? So what is that implying about the line that's in pink and the radius 7.2? What kind of angle are we
90.
looking at?
90. It's a right.
It's got to be 90. So it's got to be 90. So in other words, I'm dealing with a right triangle that
Ricardo,
looks
Ricardo, you have to unmute yourself, Ricardo.
Ricardo, can you mute
Yeah,
can you
I
mute
can
yourself?
hear you.
Super loud.
Yeah, with Ian and Emma, mute yourself.
No, Ricardo
No,
needs to
we're
mute.
saying Ricardo to mute himself. Because, yeah, thank you.
That was what I was
The
saying.
noise is coming from.
No, you didn't say that.
There we
Yeah,
go.
Ricky, mute yourself. Ricky is the same as Ricardo.
No, you just said
No, you just
Keenan
told
and
us
mute yourself.
to mute us.
No, I
You
was
got-
just
you
saying I'm
got
with
the
Emmett
point.
and Kian. Mute yourself,
Oh,
Ricardo.
okay.
That's what I said.
What's the length of the hypotenuse, guys?
17.
17.
It's got to be 17. So how do I find out that question mark there?
Oh,
Pythagorean
17
theorem.
squared minus 7.2
That's it.
squared. The square root of that is the answer. And the square root is also, where is it?
Okay.
15.4.
You're going to do
7.
x squared is equal to 17 squared minus 7.2 squared, like Kira said. Michael, what is 17 squared minus 7.2 squared?
Let me see. 17 squared minus 7.2 squared. Okay.
Yeah.
17. Okay, so 237.16.
237.16. Okay, great. So now you got to find out what x is. You got to take the square root of both sides. Can you tell us what that is?
Okay. $15.4.
15.4.
That's A.
There you go. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. So now you're given a circle, and you're asked to find out what that little length on the outside is. Okay. So I have 10.5. I have 14. So I'm going to draw. I have 10.5.
Everything okay, Kian? Kian? Kian. Whatever.
Okay, so I have the circle here. This is 10.5. This is 13. And 14 I meant. And you're asked to find out what that little length on the outside is.
And we know that part of that line is 10.
That's right. I'm going to give you all a hint here, right? So again, it says here that the problem, the line that appears to be tangent is tangent. So, Michael, is this line tangent to the circle?
Yes.
It is tangent. So what kind of angle is formed between 14 and 10.5?
90.
It's got to be 90. So again, I'm dealing with a right triangle, in other words, right? So the right triangle that I'm dealing with looks like this. So it looks like this. So this is 10.5. This is 14. And x and 10.5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to give you another suggestion here, okay? We can go through and solve for x, in this manner. But rather than doing that, why don't I just call the entire length that's in green there, okay? The entire hypotenuse. Emmett, can you give me a letter?
Y.
Great. So I'm saying the entire length of the hypotenuse is y. So rather than the x and the 10.5 like combined, because if I were to set up the Pythagorean theorem this way, I would say 14 squared plus 10.5 squared is equal to x plus 10.5. Do you guys see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? If we were to figure out what x is, what would we have to do to this? The word I'm looking for starts with the letter F. It's a 4-letter word.
Function. No.
Factor.
That's not a 4-letter word. It's 6.
Oh, I know a
Last
four-letter
letter of that
word
word
starts with
What?
an F.
Or it ends with an L.
Fail.
No.
Fall.
Oil.
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 God.
Oh, okay.
Oil. Oil this.
Well, you only said 4
Oil
letters.
this.
That's fine.
That's it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Man.
So that would be a pain in the butt. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is a
I
real pain
agree.
in the
So,
butt.
so you know what?
Oh god.
Rather than going through doing that,
It's 7.
Okay.
Sorry.
let's just say that that entire thing is y then, okay? Let's solve for y first, and then after we solve for
Or
y,
you
then
could
we can
just
solve for
subtract
x.
10.5.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we do that, okay,
196.
Sasha, what is 14 squared plus 10.5 squared?
306.25.
306.25. Thank you for that. And what is y then?
17.5.
17.5.
And then you subtract 10.5, so you just get 7.
And then you get
Yeah.
subtract 10.5, and you get 7. Okay.
Quick question. This might be a stupid question, but
Well, there's never a stupid question.
technically, yes, there is.
Yeah.
What does it mean to be
Oh.
tangent to a circle?
Sure. So what does it mean to be tangent to a circle? So for
Like
a
in a
line to be
triangle.
tangent, this is what we call tangent. This line here is tangent to the circle, and what that means is, okay, that line touches
Only
the
intersects
circle
at
at
one
one
point?
point and one point only. And if that were to happen, if a line was indeed tangent to a circle, if that were to happen, the angle formed between the tangent line and the circle will
Would
be
be a right angle.
perpendicular. Yes.
If it's not written, you can't assume that a line is tangent, though, right?
Say that again.
If it's not like written in a problem, then you can't assume that a line is tangent to a circle.
Right. If it's not
Okay.
written in the problem, then you can't assume. But in this case, though, right, the problem says
They are.
at the beginning of the problem, if a line appears to be tangent, assume that it is tangent.
Okay.
If it says that, right? If it doesn't say that,
Right.
then you can't. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So let's take a look at number 3 now. It
Wait, what
says
was it? Wait, can I see number 2 real quick? I need to get all the notes for that.
It's like if you get the hang of it, it's like nice and
So-
simple.
number 3 says determine if line AB is tangent to the circle.
Oh.
We now need to determine whether line AB is in fact tangent to the circle. How can we determine if line AB is tangent to the circle?
Wait, hang on. For number
Pythagorean
2,
theorem.
none of the choices say 10.
I'm sorry. It shouldn't be 10. It should say 7.
So the answer is D then, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's move to the next one.
So you plug in the Pythagorean theorem, and if it doesn't work, it's not.
That's
tangent.
right, Sasha. Very, very good. So we're going to use a Pythagorean theorem, okay? And if the Pythagorean theorem is not fulfilled, then that means we don't have a right triangle. And if we don't have a right triangle, then line AB is not going to be perpendicular to the radius. Okay, so let's see if it is or not.
But
So I
I
have
thought they just were automatically tangent.
I have 12, 16, and 20. I have 12, 16, and 20.
It is.
Okay. Is this perpendicular?
No, it's not.
Yes.
What was that?
It's not.
It is.
Wait, it is?
It is. Oh, I put it. It's 400 squared equals 400. I mean, 400 equals 400 at the end.
So is that is the left equal to the right?
Yeah. It's
It is.
256.
So what does that mean then? Is it tangent or not tangent?
It is tangent.
It is tangent. It is tangent. Okay. Let's move on to 4. So this is tangent.
Uh,
Let's move on to 4. All right. Determine if line AB is again tangent. Very, very similar. Okay. I have so I have 11, 15, and the other side there's 12. So what I'm dealing with is this. I have
no, this is.
Can you move it a little bit more down, Mr. Chan? We can kind of see the numbers. I mean, downward.
This one doesn't check out.
this one doesn't check out, right? So 11
No.
squared plus 12 squared, is that indeed equal to 15 squared? Right? 15 squared is 225. 12 squared is 144. 11 squared is 121.
That'd be
And
265. That's not right.
265. They are not the
265.
same. This is not tangent. Okay? All right, let's move on to the next one.
Well, I mean, this one, they pretty much give us the answer. We don't even need to show work for this.
Yeah, this one you don't. So find the length of the segment indicated. Round your answer to the nearest tenth if necessary. You're finding out what x is. Wait a minute. The theorem that I gave you in the beginning of this lesson here, right, was that if a chord is perpendicular to the radius or diameter, what happens?
Then it bisects.
Then the chord is bisected. The chord is
17.
bisected. So wait a minute. They gave us the other half. They gave us 17. What has to be x here then?
Also 17.
Also 17. Everyone got that?
Yes.
All right. So I want to move on. It's also 17. Michael, you got it?
Wait, is this number 3 because it says tangent, no tangent?
This is number 5.
That's 5.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah.
And then 6 is, bless you. 6
Bless
is a
you.
very similar one. They give you the answer
It's
again.
also
Yep.
7.
Calvin, do you have this?
I don't know.
Calvin?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to 6. All right, number 6.
Similar.
All righty. So number
There's a lot
6.
of questions.
You're asked to find out. Right
That's
now,
what
they gave you a
questions in total, I think.
chord, and it's perpendicular to the diameter. But wait a minute, that x there, what is that? That length there has a name. It's called what? It starts with the letter R.
Radius.
Radius?
It's the radius. Didn't they also give you the length of the
7.
radius here?
Yeah.
And what is that length?
7.
7.
7!
Also 7. Okay. Everyone have that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, you got it?
Yep.
Awesome. Michael, you got it?
Yeah, got it.
Let's
It's
do it.
7, right?
Calvin, you got it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next one.
Number 7, right?
Number 7 now. It says find the length of the segment indicated. Round your answer to the nearest tenth if necessary. All right. So this one does require a little bit of work. Let me just draw this thing out. So the whole diameter is 20.2. Here, will I do that? So the
I had
diameter.
trouble with this.
See if you can figure this out while I draw this.
Yeah, I gotta get some water.
Okay, Ricky.
You just subtract 4.4 from 10.1. No?
9.1.
Someone, I think
Because it's a
someone
radius.
is getting
I
it.
mean 9.1. Because it's a radius.
Just give me a second while I draw this.
I'm sorry.
Wait, oh, it is
No, it's
10.1, right?
10.1. Because you did
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I was confused. They give us 9.1 somewhere else.
Yeah, it's just like a grand. We throw you off like that.
Alrighty.
Really be like
So it was given
5.7.
that the diameter had what length here, guys?
20.2.
20.2, which then implies what is the length of the radius?
10.1.
It's got to be 10.1. So that length right here is 10.1.
And you just subtract 4.4 from that.
That's it. That's all. It's 10.1 minus 4.4, which turns out to be how much?
5.7.
5.7.
Okay.
I stared at this problem for a couple minutes yesterday, and then didn't
Michael, you got this?
and I reaped nothing from
Yep,
it.
I got it.
Okay. Calvin, you got it?
Yep.
Okay. Kian, you got it?
So,
Yep.
All right, let's move on. Let's see. All right, so very similar problem. Very, very similar problem. What do we do in this case?
you divide the diameter again and subtract 7 from it.
The diameter
That's all it is.
divided by 2 is 10.7 divided by minus 7.
Yep.
Is
Right.
10.7.
So
So again, very similar situation. We're going to take 21.4 divide by 2 and subtract by 7. And what's that number?
3.7. Or
3.7?
wait, 10.7 minus 7 is 3.7.
Okay. All righty, folks. Moving on. Everyone have it?
Yeah.
Okay.
hang on.
Kian, you got it?
Almost.
So that was question number 8 that we just finished.
Got it.
All right.
now up to 9.
Yeah, I'm done already.
Now 9. Now we're at 9. Here we go. Okay, so similar problem still. Okay, so wait a minute. If I have that part of the radius,
Isn't it just the Pythagorean theorem?
it's just the Pythagorean theorem. So wait, what do I know about that chord? What's happening to 17.8?
It's getting bisected.
It's the
It's getting bisected. It's being divided into 2 parts, 2 equal parts. So 17.8, okay? So again, I'm dealing with another right triangle, 9, okay? So I'm dealing with 17.8. I need to divide that by 2. That's one of the legs, yes? What's the length of the other leg?
17.8.
No.
No. Wait, which? Sorry.
I'm talking about the right triangle,
9.5?
9.5. And that is
Oh.
equal to the hypotenuse, which is what part of the circle? It's the radius, right?
Yes.
Is equal to x squared. So I got to figure out what that is. All right. So what is that?
The square root of 169.46. So 13.01. Wait, I don't think I did that right. Wait, why did you divide by 2 again for the 17?
Because the 17.8, that is the length of the entire chord.
And
Oh.
Oh,
9.5.
wait, but how would we know? It never explicitly said that.
How would we know? It never explicitly said that.
It looks like it's just that one.
You know?
I got 20.
No, because that's length is definitely
even an
longer than 9.5.
Yes. Yes.
that can't be 8.9.
Yes. So you know what?
Yeah.
That
so it's just
this
17.
question is a little confusing. Thank you so much. 17.8 is actually half of that chord. We
Just
didn't
that
even
one.
need to divide. Thank you for pointing that out, Emmett.
Yeah.
So it should be 17.8 quantity squared
Squared.
plus 9.5 squared equal to x squared. And if we solve the problem this way, what will we end up with?
I got 20.2 or
20.
rounded to 20.2.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. All right. So x turns out to be 20.2. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. You're asked to find out what x is here. So the diagram just got a little more confusing, but you know, it's all the same. So do you guys see that we're actually dealing with, again, a right triangle
Yes.
where the legs are 6.8 and 12.9,
Yes.
right? So again, we're dealing with another right triangle. This is number 10. We're dealing with a right triangle that looks like this. This is x, this is 6.8, and this is 12.9. Okay.
So x is the hypotenuse again.
Right. X is the hypotenuse again. So we have 6.8 squared. This is 12.9 squared. They're equal to x squared. Can someone tell me what that is when you have it?
I got 14.6
14.6.
for the final answer.
Cool.
14.6.
Yeah, 14.6.
Kian, Michael,
Yep.
Calvin,
Yeah, I got it.
Calvin.
Got it.
Okay. All right. Okay. So 18.9 is the radius. You're asked to find out what is the length of x there. Little tricky. Okay. So let me draw that situation out here. Can everyone recognize for number 11 that we're dealing with this situation? Really? That this length here is 18.9. That this length here is 17.8. And you're asked to find out what this length here, x, is, right?
Yeah.
Can everyone see that that's the situation that we're dealing with, even though the diagram is drawn a little differently?
Yeah.
Everyone see what I drew?
Yes.
Okay. So in other words, okay, we need to find out what is the length of the leg, okay, of that right triangle.
And
if
then we could subtract that from me.
Subtract it from the radius. That's right. So let's call this side here y, right? So if I have that, it's going to be 17.8 squared plus y squared is equal to 18.9 squared. Michael, what's 17.8 squared?
Let me see. $316.84.
316.84. Ian, what's 18.9 squared?
Sorry?
What's 18.9 squared?
18.9
9.
357.21.
What you said?
367 point how much?
21. 21.
And then can you subtract 367.21 by 316.84?
Just give me 1 second. 367 minus 316.84. 50.37.
50.37. And then finally take the square root of that.
12.5.
No. Wait, is it?
Seven.
No, it's not 12.5. Because 12, if
No,
I
it's like
square 12.5, I get
7.097.
1.4.
Yeah.
Isn't it like 6?
7.09.
Well, the square root's
Oh,
like
sorry, I was
6.3.
It's 6.35.
6.4.
It should be like, shouldn't y be like 7-ish? Because 7 squared is 49,
7.097.
right?
No, yeah, I got
7.097.
6.4.
1.
I think your final answer is what you said, but y is equal to 7 how much again?
0.097.
No, the final answer is 12.5, and that's 6.4. Yeah.
The
Final
square root
answer.
of
It's right.
50.37 is 7.09.
Square root of 50.37 is 7.06.
No, it's 40.37. There's been a mistake. It's 40.37.
Oh. Where was the mistake?
I don't know. Beats me.
In the subtraction, probably.
In the subtraction.
Yeah.
Wait.
40 point.
Was 18.9 squared not 367?
It was 357.21.
357.
357.21.
357.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then that's 40.
That'll do
So
it.
then 6.4.
6 point how much?
36.
6.4.
Okay, and then we're going to take that and subtract it from how much?
18.9.
18.9. 18.9 minus 6.36, which turns out to be, Emmett, one more time?
12.54.
12.5.
That was a hard one, wasn't it? Well,
Yes,
not
it was
really.
hard.
Once you showed us
Just
that, it wasn't
tedious.
that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next one, number 12. So again, you're
This is
given.
another one like this.
It's very, very, very similar to the last one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I have 13.5,
Well, no, it is the last one, pretty much.
it is the last one pretty
It
much.
is.
It's actually easier than the last one because the last one they had the radius drawn in some weird shape, right?
Like this way, they're actually showing us the right shape for it.
That's right. Okay, so they're giving you this 13.5. $10.3, and you need to know what x is, right? So you're dealing with, again, a right triangle where this is 10.3, this is 13.5. We need to find out what y is. So if I do y squared plus 10.3 squared is equal to 13.5 squared, right? Kean, what's 13.5 squared?
Hang on.
And while Kean's figuring that out, Michael, what's
182.25.
Say that again.
182.25.
The answer is
Michael, what's
76.16. 76.16 y squared.
No. What's 10.3 squared?
10.3 squared. 106.09.
And we're going to subtract 180.25 plus 2.
Michael.
God
Bless
bless.
you.
God bless.
What is 182.25 minus 106.09?
What is?
76.16.
If I subtract both sides by
76.16.
106.09, what will I get?
76.16.
76.16.
That was what I said.
And what is y then equal to, Sasha?
Square root of that is 8 points, roughly 8.7.
8.7. And we got to find out what x is, right? So x is
Subtract that
equal
from
to,
13.5.
and what will
That's
that turn out to be,
4.8.
Sasha?
It's not in the answer.
4.8.
4.8?
4.8, 3.4, 5.9, 4.2. Not in the answer.
It's in the answer.
I got
Oh,
4.8.
4.8.
Okay.
Got it.
And that's it. There was only 12 questions there. All right. When you hit submit, okay, go back to the assignment. Make sure you also hit the button that says turn in.
Ugh. Now it's time for the biggest hassle, turning in this picture.
Yeah.
I know, having to download it.
Yeah, downloading takes forever, and sometimes I have to refresh the page like 20 times, and then I have to
Yeah.
redo the entire form.
Oh, that's
Ridiculous.
not
Can I give you guys a recommendation? Do you guys have
Yes.
Google Photos? Do you guys have Google Photos in?
I do.
I already downloaded
No.
it to Drive.
You do, right? If you don't, download Google Photo, and then what that does is it immediately backs up into the cloud, okay? And then what you can do, so you don't have to like transfer photos from your phone to your computer. You can just go to Google Photos, like in your browser,
so it
and you can
saves.
download the photo that way.
But I know it just takes a while, and like sometimes it doesn't like it.
Or you
doesn't
can use
like
your
it
phone.
sometimes.
Or you can use, or like
Yeah,
Melvin's saying, you can also just use your phone to answer the questions.
See, now
Yeah,
it's
also
dead.
I did
Now
that.
it's dead, and I have to redo it. Damn it.
Oh no.
It's saying you have to redo it.
Once
Wait,
it
same
stops
handwriting.
loading and it freezes, it's done.
I'm sorry.
Wait, I think me too.
Mhm.
I think. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
No, I
snap.
got it. Submit. Okay. I got it.
Yep.
I just like airdropped
Lost
it to my
cause.
computer and then screenshot it.
Oh
I got
god.
12 out of 12.
Congratulations.
I bet
Congratulations.
I'd get that too if
I
I
also
also
always
got
get, like-
12 out of 12. Nice.
I normally get like 1 out of 4, like on all like the little ones. It's really bad.
Dang,
I
Alright,
remember
I'm
one
sorry.
time I
I'm gonna
was
hit stop recording.
I remember one time I got grounded for a week